What's up? What's good? What is happening? Welcome to my live stream. I am King Smith, and this is a crypto video. All right. Shout out to the members of the YouTube channel. I call them the Royal Squad. All right. But we're streaming across multiple platforms here. Let me get the marketing out the way. You can find me at YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the actual King Smith, and Twitter at actual King Smith. We got my man Ian Robertson already showing up, the original OG of the Royal Squad. Hold on, let me give him a ooga booga real quick. He said, "I'm in here." I don't know what an elbow cough is, but I'm here for it as well, man. Shout out to you, brother. So what do y'all do? Let's just jump right into it. Actually, before I do jump right into it, we're playing poker this Friday. All right, we're playing poker this Friday. I'm still waiting on Mad Trail to set up the poker room so I can put the details out there. All right, but it's gonna be this coming Friday, 5:30 Eastern, a 100 curl buy-in, and we're giving away things, lots of things over on the Chronos side of the blockchain. Okay, so if you're fairly new to cryptocurrency and you want a low cost way of understanding or kind of getting into NFTs and cryptocurrencies and you play poker, join us. All right. If you think your poker game is good, come find out. All right. Let's see. He said that's not a dab. Dab. Okay. Why does my stream element say that I'm streaming live playing Call of Duty? I gotta fix that. Where's my assistant at? I need my assistant. Okay. So yeah, poker this coming Friday. Tune into my Twitter so that I can get the details out and you'll know where to send the crow to and how to register. It's free to register, okay? But in order to play in, you do have to put some crow in the pot, and we'll figure out the prizes once we determine how many people are going to be joining in. All right, Ian, did you get into Vote Inu? Put it in the comments, man. Let me know. I did. All right. And I have to tell a story here. I have to tell a story. So I've talked in the past about various different cryptocurrencies that I've been in, right? And I don't necessarily follow what everybody else is doing, but if I'm aware of something, I'll say, okay, if I've got a certain amount of dollars or whatnot, at least 100, I'll say I'll throw 100 in. I'm not balling over here, all right? I don't have multiples of thousands of dollars to just be putting into, various things or whatever. So I have to be strategic about what it is that I choose to invest in. And I always say too, I'm not a day trader. I don't try to put money into something, watch it, skyrocket right then and there, and then take profits and pull out. That's not how I invest in anything. I have a regular day job. Okay. I work on IT or in IT for the government, and I can't be sitting around watching charts all day like people that get paid to do that kind of stuff can do. Okay. I understand it a little bit, but not enough that I could go take a test and be people's financial advisor, but enough to make informed decisions. And with cryptocurrency, I kind of do the same thing. Okay, there's people that'll classify certain stuff as blue chip cryptos, like your Bitcoins, your Ethereums, Cardano, Solana, all of those. Okay, those are considered your blue chips. And then you have people that'll classify some stuff as memes, like Dogecoin, Shiba, Vote Inu, which is the subject of what I'm talking about today. All of those are on the Ethereum side of the blockchain. And it's for a while, especially with the rise of meme coins, it was hard to determine where you should put your money because every single day there was a new cryptocurrency out there. Okay. I've always been a fan of the community tokens. Okay. I missed out on Doge. Shiba did your boy real good though. Shout out to Shiba. All right. And now that I've got a little bit more information, a little bit more knowledge and know-how in cryptocurrency, what I'm trying to do now is get into those that can give me passive income. A lot of those that can do that are more on the DeFi side, but I'm looking at just slowly, slowly building up and sharing my crypto journey with everybody out there so that, they can uh look at my successes and see what was done well, and look at my failures and see what not to do as well, because I've gotten into some things that were rug pulls that just made you look and go, well, that sucks, like Taziki Inu. People have forgotten about that. But if you were a part of that and you got rugged, you will never forget how bad that went. But Volt, VOLT, Victor, Oscar, Lima, Tango, was one of those that started out as a meme coin and had to morph a bit. It had to do some rebranding because initially it was like the Volt dog from the movie Bolt, and they had to rebrand due to marketing issues. All right. And I'm going to put this up on the screen here. First, I had to bring it up. Now I'm going to share my screen. And initially, the Volt Inu cryptocurrency looked like the Bolt dog here, like the Bolt Disney character. And if y'all are out there know kind of how licensing and things work, Disney, especially Disney, they don't play about their licensing. Okay, if you have anything that's remotely close to any one of their intellectual properties, Disney lawyers are coming after you. Plain and simple. Okay, so Vote Inu did a rebrand. Okay, and they're calling themselves like a play to earn uh cryptocurrency, video game. They're building around like an ecosystem that's on both the Binance Smart Chain and Ethereum, okay, that is calling themselves a hyper deflationary token whose aim is to invest in multiple asset classes such as NFTs, nodes, altcoins, staking, and farming on stable coins. Which, if you don't know what a stable coin is, if this is your first time hearing that term, a stable coin is a cryptocurrency that is pegged to a certain amount, like a dollar. Okay. A stable coin doesn't always have to be a dollar. It could be a stable coin that's pegged to like 50 US cents. Okay, but it's stable. It runs algorithmic things that allows it to remain at a certain amount. Okay, there's plenty of them. There's the Binance US dollar. There's the oh man, why am I blanking on all of the different stable coins right now? There's several ones that are, pegged to $1. And what some people do is they'll trade into some cryptocurrencies. When they make a profit, they'll come out of those cryptocurrencies and move them over into a stable coin. That's one investment strategy that you can do. Okay. I do that, but on a smaller scale for some things. Most of the ones that I do on the Chronos side of the house, on Chronos DeFi, because it's a whole lot cheaper with the transaction fees to do things over on the Chronos DeFi than you can do on Ethereum. I made some transactions yesterday on Ethereum that cost me 33 to 40 US dollars. Okay. And I also did some transactions over on crypto.com's DeFi platform, and it cost me like 60 cents. Okay. So I've talked in the past about picking a platform or understanding what it is that you want to do and sticking to one area. If you're learning, okay, if you are considered an intermediate cryptocurrency trader and you have an idea of what you're doing and you understand that blockchain, stick to that blockchain. I can't speak to Solana. I can't speak to what is it, Harmony, or any of the other ones. I can speak to Chronos, and I can speak to Ethereum, and I can somewhat speak to Binance because I have a trust wallet that I look over some things that are over on the Binance smart chain, and I can talk to some of the stuff on that side. But that's it. Okay. But those are the areas that I chose to get smart in. Those are the areas that I look at research on and things like that. So when you're out there and you're trying to figure out man, they've got all these cryptocurrencies, they've got all these different content creators. It's hard for me to say one's better than the other one. I'll tell you what I look for, and that's security, speed, and cost. How much is it going to cost? Plain and simple. Okay, that's what I make a because I'm looking for things. How much is it going to cost me? All right, and what's the goal of it all? And then I make a decision. Okay. Like Ian, if you're still watching, let me know, what is your primary investment strategy, or which blockchain are you most invested in? I'll tell you, as of right now, and it's only because of Shiba, for me, it's Ethereum. I have more of my money and dollars on the Ethereum blockchain than I do over on the Chronos side of the house. But I do most of my transactions now over on the Chronos side of the house. And there's things being built every day that'll allow some things to be bridged over to where, I can take Ethereum over from the Ethereum side of the house and bridge it over to Chronos. All right. But I'm curious what other people are doing out there. Recently, Vote Inu. I'm gonna jump back over to that. Vote I got back into December of last year, 2021. That's when it launched, and it was fairly new when it launched too. Like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull up my Etherscan. I'm gonna pull up my Etherscan so you guys can see when I got into it. All right. Let me see. Let me bring this up here. I gotta bring up Etherscan. I'm gonna do this off the screen here, and then bring it up over to the screen. As soon as I figure out how to do it, I think I even put a Twitter post about it as well. Well, I was like, hey, this is what happens when you get into a cryptocurrency early. It's not coming up the way that I want it to. You know what? Ooh, let's try this. Like, if you got into Shiba early, you're sitting happy right now. You're sitting stupid happy. Even though it's down from its all-time high, you're still good because you got into it early. And that's what I did with Volt. I took a chance. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I knew that Volt was going to do well. Nope, quite the opposite. But I was okay with losing what I had invested, which was only $120 something over 2 transactions. And it is 26x as of this video. All right, so let's bring it up on the screen. All right. So this was when Volt was in its V1. Okay, 124 days ago. I think this one was about a $80 transaction with like $30 in gas fees. Okay. And then about another 50 or so odd days after my initial one, Ethereum gas fees were cheap at the time. So I said, hey, you know what? I've got about $200 in Ethereum total. I think I spent about 40 or so odd bucks with the gas fees were like $8 at the time, and made a cheap swap. All right. And then up until 12 days ago, I did a migration swap because they changed their main contract. So that's what it means right here where it says migrate tokens. I migrated from V1, which is version 1, to version 2. And that's when you can see and this is the DEX Tools IO screen right here. If you go back to by the 16th, when I did the migration, the price was down here, and it has since said yoink and has skyrocketed up. Okay, skyrocketed up. I'm gonna zoom out a bit, and I'm gonna change this to the bars right here. Not bars. Don't want bars. Let's bring up candles. All right. And the price actually kind of almost touched what's this, 5 zeros and a 4, but then there was some selling volume to where it dipped back down. I took profits along the way up. I wasn't sure exactly how far up it was going to go or when the selling was going to go down. But to put $120 in something, and let's say I paid around $40 in fees, so you're talking $160 to $165 in capital put in total, to see that get up to about $2,600 in what, 4 months? That's not bad. That is not bad. Give myself an applause for getting lucky, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I want to say I've been, I ain't gonna say wrong more than right. That's the wrong way of kind of saying that. I've had a pretty decent amount of successes with the cryptocurrencies that I've invested in, but I also have had some failures as well. I've had several that were slow rugs or just simply isn't doing well. Okay. But to finish up this topic before I go into something else, what would y'all have done? Would you guys have taken out profits along the way, which is what I did? Or do you put things in and let it ride? All right. If you're watching this on the replay, put it down in the comment section. If you're watching it live, put it down in the comment section. I'd like to know. I'll tell you what I did. And we have a comment here, which is going to be my next subject, from CJ Mcclain. Shout out to CJ. CJ, actually, you know what? I'll finish my thought. I took profits along the way on Volt. Okay. And I think it was the right thing to do. I took my profits out along the way and I put it into other stuff, or just simply, pay things off. All right. So that's what I did. I did not do that with Saitama. I I didn't do that with Shib. If I would have taken profits out when Shib did its thing, things would be nice over here. All right. But I'm still up on Shib, so I ain't tripping. CJ talked about Saitama when I was talking about things being not so bad of a choice. I'm sorry, not so good of a choice. And I'm gonna see if I could bring this up here as well. Saitama is an interesting character for me. Okay. So I'm going to bring this up on Etherscan. I'm going to show you guys my transactions out of this wallet. I have Cycross, who 4 different wallets and 3 or 4 different centralized exchanges. Okay. And the ones on the centralized exchanges, only one of them give the reflections. And on the other one, I'm just holding. I don't have a choice but to hold now, because Saitama has dropped, and it has dropped tremendously. I mean, it's dropped like something serious. Okay. So let's talk about Saitama real quick. Saitama Inu is another kind of one of those that was born out of a meme. Okay. And let's bring this up. Which one do I want to do here? CJ said that he takes profit along the way. CJ was one of the guys. I had him on a live stream. His Saitama blew up off of a sizable investment. It wasn't like a big bag, but it was a big bag for some. Like, not everybody has, several thousands of dollars to just put into a cryptocurrency and sit and wait. But his amount blew up. He caught a comma quickly, and at Saitama's pump back in, I want to say it was October time frame. We was all talking like, hey man, he might turn this into $1 million, and that'd be dope, because he would have been the second person that I've known personally that took a small investment and turned it into over $1 million. I was in talks with trying to get somebody on to share their story, but ultimately they chose not to do it because they would rather remain incognito with their newfound money. But I do know somebody that made multiples of millions of dollars on Shiba, and he watches my live streams as well. So I'm not going to call him out, but shout out to he who will not be named. I still want you to come on and talk about your successes and how you did what you did. All right. But if you look at Saitama, like, I'm going to click into this one. This was 164 days ago. So what you're talking about, like July, August time frame. Okay. and you can come in here and see what the cost of it was when I got into it. It's not showing it the way that I wanted to. I thought it would show you what the cost of it was when you got into it. I definitely got more than $17 worth. Let me see if I can come back in here and maybe the other transaction show. But look, if you look at the current value of what this is, it's $84.30, which is tragic. Tragic. All right, here we go. So this was current, let's see, displaying current value, estimated value on day of trade. All right, yeah. Oh, yeah, here we go. Estimated value on day of transfer, $922.88. Can y'all see that? Right here. It's highlighted in blue. You click on this to show what the current value is. $48.43 freaking cents. Okay. I can't do quick math to see how much of a down that is, but goodness gracious. Talk about tragic. Okay. Am I still someone that would say Saitama is a good investment? See, that's tough. That's tough because there's a chart and this kind of picture that goes out that talks about how if you invest 1,000 into Shiba, at one point that 1,000 like less than $100, and it stayed that way for a couple of months, and then it went back up, and that 1,000 was a couple of millions of dollars. Okay, Saitama has over 300 some thousand holders. It's not listed on any tier one exchanges just yet. All right. I think it's going to, but man, they've been talking this talk for the longest time now, and the chart's not doing anything. Okay. Their product isn't that great of a product, and it's been out for a while. And if you were in those Twitter spaces and watching the YouTube channels, the way that they talked about Cider was tested, it was ready to go. The product was going to be good. Then they had some delays and they waited for the searching audit. But it's like, okay, if you're going to do all of that, when that version 1 comes out, version 1 better be solid. It doesn't have to have all the bells and whistles on it. Just be a solid product when it releases, especially if you're claiming it's ready. And CJ saying that Saitama is a slow tug. All right. Hold on. Let me see if I have a sound effect for that. I think we'll go with that one. And you know what? He could be right. I'm not done investing in it. Not yet. I'll tell you right now. I still have a budgeted set aside to invest in Saitama each time I get paid. Could I be banging my head up against a wall? Possibly. Okay. But it hasn't showed me anything that it's just dead just yet. Like there was this one OCCT, official crypto cowboy token. All right. And it was a community driven one as well. And it looked like it had the ability for it to launch and go. So I think I put 2 to 250 in it and was just like, if that does something great, if not, it is what it is. They had one of the worst launches I have ever seen. And I'm going to punch CJ the next time that I see him. Because what I said about headbutting the wall, he said, I'm going to take his head over winning that wall any day. And he feels sorry for the wall. Oh, but hey, I made this post up on my personal Facebook page. And I said, I like my friendships that in the first couple of seconds of seeing each other, we're cracking jokes and things like that. Those are some really good friendships right there, and it's pretty hilarious that CJ and a couple of my homies that we call each other the Afros, and some people who I grew up with, within the first couple of seconds of seeing each other, it's not a hey, what's up, how's it going? It's hey, what's up, big head, or something like that. Those are some of the best friendships, man. I'm telling you, and I appreciate all of my friendships that we can crack on each other like that and know that it's all love. All right. Saitama, CJ, tell me what you think, man. Would you invest any more money in the Saitama? Do you think Saitama is dead? I'd like to know. I'm trying to bring up the chart here, but it's coming up on DEX Tools, which is interesting. Let me see if it comes up on DEX Guru. If it doesn't come up on DEX Guru, I'll try CoinGecko. It looks like it might be coming up on DEX Guru. I'm not too familiar with DEX Guru the way that I am with DEX Tools, but it is coming up here. So let's bring this up and let's share my screen. Oh, CJ said he's done. He said F no. HE double hockey stick no. Man, I'm not confident. Says over 5 million liquid in Saitama. Hasn't really seen, like, I'm not understanding if the volume's pretty decent on it. Yeah, its volume's not doing too hot at all. I don't know, man. I'll give it another month and see what it does. And if in 1 month it doesn't do anything, I might be out. CJ said they keep pushing new crap and can't get cider crap to work. Yeah, exactly. I saw that Cider Realty actually got launched on L Bank, which is L Bank might be a top 20 centralized exchange. I'd have to go and look it up on CoinGecko. I thought when I looked at the initial roadmap, and maybe I'd have to do some research back on this, that they came out and said Cider Realty was only going to be a SATA mask cryptocurrency. And the thought process behind that was, have it to where you had to get it on their product, okay, but that owning Cider Realty was kind of like what Mad Trail is looking at doing with the Mad Moguls, is by you owning a piece of this cryptocurrency, all right, or having ownership in this cryptocurrency, when they go out and make investments in the real world, they take a portion of the profits and pay that out through the cryptocurrency holders, which I think is a fantastic how do I say this? A fantastic idea in theory if you can get it to work. If like this, it can work if you can do it within our current US laws and regulations. And this is if you're in the US, okay? Because if I can invest in like a real estate agency. Like, let a real estate agency have the ability to say, we're going to take other people's capital, all right, go and invest into some type of commercial real estate or something like that, knowing that they could get, I don't know, let's say a 25 percent profit, and be able to give that back to the people that invested in it. I'd be down for doing that all day. So that's why I haven't invested into Cider Realty, but I did invest in, or I am going to invest in Matt's uh, same, same idea or same concept when he decides to launch that. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. I talk to Matt fairly often. Okay, he's going to be one of the guys that we're playing poker with on Friday. And if you're in there and you're in the chat, which is going to be video and audio chat as well, you can ask him about his cryptocurrency project here with the Mad Mogul or Mad Acquisitions and go from there. Okay, let's see. That is all that I had for today. All right. Wanted to keep it brief, and brief is at 30 minutes. But y'all know that I can be on here and be talking and hit things up that weren't necessarily on the docket, but generate some good conversations, some good ideas and kind of get some things talking. Like CJ said, he's done investing in the Saitama, and Saitama at one point got him up to 200,000. I can share that and I can talk about it because if you go back and look, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel called Crypto Interviews. I showed his ether scan. I think it was the ether scan, or maybe it was just a screenshot picture of at the height what he had gotten into with Saitama. He didn't take all of that out, but I think he still made some profit, if I can recall back. That seemed like such a long time ago, man, even though it was maybe about 5 months ago, 6 months ago. But he learned his lesson on that too, which is the same thing that I did. I learned my lesson when she did what it did about taking profits along the way and things like that. Vote had its first little mini moon push. Oh, hey, that's a nice chunk of change. That is a nice chunk of change. If you can put what you put in, which I think that you said it on the live stream, so I won't say it here, just in case you didn't. But to put in what you put in and to be able to get out 140K, that is, look, that's fantastic. All right. 4,600. That's what it was. I knew it was less than 10. 4,600. And at its peak, it got up to over 200,000. All right. And he pulled out 140K in profit. That's what anybody that's invested in anything would love to do. Okay. I wouldn't have invested $4,600 because I'm not that risky. I might have done something like 460 and turned that into what 14,000 and been happy about that. But big money can make big pockets, and sometimes big plays are what you have to do. Like my 120 something dollars in Volt got up to about 2,600. Let's say I had 1,000 and I turned that 1,000 into 26,000. Your boy's happy. I'm happy with that. Is Volt done? Who knows? I don't know what's causing it to do what it's doing right now. But if it decides it wants to keep on popping up, I'm all for it. I'm not adding anything else into it. I've already made a profit. I've already took my initial capital out. And if Volt decides it wants to eat a zero between now and the end of this year, I'm happy. If Volt decides it wants to rug and go all the way down to zero, I'm good too. Like I said, I already made my profit. All right. So that's my video for today. I will not be live streaming tomorrow as I have another engagement, but I'll be back on Thursday and Friday as well to talk about my cryptocurrency thoughts, ideas, and share my journey with you guys. Okay. Friday's video is going to be my build a KuCoin portfolio. And I haven't thought about what I'm going to put out for Thursday just yet, but we got some time to find out. All right. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, y'all know what to do.